Hello, this is DanielPlays. My name is Daniel and welcome to yet another Minecraft video. Alright, so the holiday season is around the corner, and that's why, once again, I felt like showing you some really good shader packs, and this time I am going to be focusing on low-end PCs again. That does not mean that you cannot run these on high-end PCs or just really good PCs, because they will still look good, they will still make you feel like you're playing with a good shader pack, but they will give you insane amounts of FPS. But even if you're in a low-end system, you should definitely give the shaders that I'm about to show you in this video a try, because they're good. They should give you at least like 30, 60 FPS, I don't know, even on a low-end system. I know there's some potatoes out there. I still get these comments of people saying, I still can't run these shaders. Well, I'm so sorry to tell you this, but I'm looking for the minimum of the minimum of the minimum with the highest FPS you can possibly get in the shader. So if none of these shaders happen to work for you, then I am so sorry. I will keep looking for you. I will keep looking for new shaders that might actually work on your PC. Just stay tuned, hit that subscribe button to be the first to know about my new videos, and perhaps there's, you know, a shader pack in that video. But for now, I will at least show you 3 shaders that should work really well on low-end PCs, like I said, and you know what, let's just get going. So the first shader pack that I'm going to show you is a familiar one. It's one that you probably know, but I promise you every shader pack that I'm about to show you is at least of a newer version than the version I showed you previously. So all of the shaders have been updated in the meantime, and they should look at least a little bit better, if not work a little bit better too. So definitely give some shaders that you've already given a try in the past a try once again, and see if maybe there have been some optimizations and the shader pack actually works better on your PC now. All the links will be down in the description, so don't hesitate, just go down there and check out these shader packs. And let me know down below how many FPS you get with each one of these shader packs, and if something doesn't work, just leave a question and I will try to help you out. Alright, so this first one is Builder's QOL version 2.4.1. And I just noticed that this thing is back, this shadow, and it's still black, and I still don't get why that is, because it should have been fixed if I remember properly. But apparently not. But the thing is that this shader pack comes with a lot of cool features whilst maintaining very high FPS, and that's what we want, right? So there's water blur, and that's pretty cool. I think there's also some ice blur and distance blur, I'm not sure, because look at how crazy that ice looks. I personally am not really a big fan of that blur effect, but you know, that's okay. What I do really like about this shader pack is this ice refraction, or the sun reflection on the ice. It looks really cool, really realistic, and yeah, definitely adds to the experience. And like I said, these shader packs, I'm making this video in the holiday spirit, as you can see, so it's really cool that it makes ice look really good, because, you know, you want to be building with ice and snow like that, just stuff like that, you know, during Christmas and stuff like that. It's just a lot of fun. I love doing that every year. I will also put a link down in the description to this map. You can just download it, and it's a couple of years old. I didn't build this, just for the record. I really didn't build this. I just downloaded it. The credits will be in the description, so you can go check it out yourself. But I thought this is just the perfect map to show you these shader packs. Another feature of this pack is the clouds. I'm just going to be showing you the default features of this shader pack. So clouds, there is a custom sun. Unfortunately, we can't see it at this very moment. Also because the sun is setting. So maybe we can see it right there. Oh, there it is. There it is. Look at this cool effect, by the way. Look at this coloring. Doesn't that just look gorgeous? Another effect that is added by this shader pack is blur on windows. It can look a little funky because, you know, it's weird that you cannot see through these windows. But on the other hand, it can look really cool in builds where you're actually trying to mask something with windows. So it can look really cool, and it also looks really cool on the colored windows. So definitely go check this shader pack out if you're a builder and like this effect. Well, we can probably say that it's about to get really dark, and yeah, this shader will look just as good. Look at those lighting effects. It's It's so cool. Man, I love this map. So to wrap up, this shader, it just also looks really good during the night. And also the sky looks really, really cool with these clouds. Well, the moon isn't really custom, but I think you can customize that in the settings. But wow, this shader pack just looks good. And the best about it is that the FPS you get with this thing are really high. So definitely let me know it down below if you actually managed to get some good FPS with this shader pack. Now the next shader pack is Silder's Enhanced Default, and yes guys, there's been an update. This is actually version 1.10. Now the Enhanced Default version isn't updated as frequently as the normal Vibrant packs, I feel. So it's really cool that we're finally getting an update again. And well, I'd say it works just as fine as the other versions. It looks really good. I mean, look at these reflections. Look at that. I remember talking about this in my previous video when I was talking about the reflections in the water. They are so crystal clear and just they're done so well. Yeah, it's just beautiful. It's just beautiful. And look at the lighting, the shading on every light source. It's just beautiful. I do know that this shader pack just gives you, well, less FPS than, for example, Builder's QOL. But, on the other hand, you get shadows with this pack. And look at how it makes this map look. Oh, there I am. But look at that. This is just gorgeous, right? I mean, who wouldn't want to be playing Minecraft with a shader like this? This just looks awesome. It just looks awesome. So to give you an impression of what the shader will look like during daytime, this is what it looks like. And well, once again, it's gorgeous. The reflections are just beautiful, and the shadowing, well, it's really good. So obviously this shader pack doesn't have a custom sun or a custom moon, but there are some settings in the shader menu that enable you to actually optimize the shader pack a little bit, make it look a little bit better or a little bit worse even if you need more performance. So that's one tip that I want to give you, one huge advice. Just go into your video settings, here options, video settings, shaders, and just select the shader that you want to use and click shader options. And here you've got a huge range of things that you can customize. For example, here everything is disabled because we're using the enhanced default version and we want the most FPS obviously, but we can even enable settings that normally come with the vibrant shaders like TAA and the depth of field, for example, and sky, and we can enable God rays, so you can actually get a custom sun and custom moon kind of. At least a sun and moon with God rays I call a custom sun because you don't get that in vanilla Minecraft. So you can customize it if you want, but you will of course not get as many FPS, and that's probably why you're watching this video. So the third and the last shader pack of this video is called Beyond Belief Vanilla Reborn, and it's made by Dakota2468 if I remember properly. His Discord name is Unicorn Blood, and I've actually been talking to this developer. It's really cool, and because he watched my video and he saw that I talked about his shader pack and I talked about the watercolor, for example. So what he did is change the default watercolor with the custom water of the shader pack. So actually, I actually picked, almost picked a different color for the shader pack with the creator of the shader pack. So that is super, super cool. So the new default color looks a lot better. It's not so dark anymore. I'm not sure if this is I think this is the color. Let me check. Yep, I think this is the new watercolor, and with the other version it used to be super dark. I can show you, I think this is the other version. That's what it used to be. So that's a lot, right? That's really dark. So that's one thing that I, well, kind of complained about, but I didn't mean it like that. I just said that this default color just didn't suit Minecraft and it looked a little off. So he talked to me about this and actually suggested a new color, which I believe was just about this color, and he also made the water wavy and stuff like that. So a lot of things have been updated, and the best thing about it is that it still gives you huge amounts of FPS. This is still the best shader pack that I can find, and this is still the shader pack that I would recommend to you guys if you're running low on FPS and really want to play with a shader pack. So what it does is it well, obviously doesn't bring a custom sun, although there are more settings now. I feel pretty sure there's been some more settings added, and the water looks better now. and it even waves, so that's really cool, and you still get the wavy leaves and wavy plants, so that's really cool. It's still just this basic shader, but things like ambient occlusion, which is this little darkening around the blocks that you see, which make it look a lot more natural. Even that setting normally eats up your FPS, but with this shader pack, man, it just still works wonders. So definitely do give this shader pack a try if you feel like playing Minecraft, but you're not getting that many FPS, because this one can do a lot for you. And just to prove to you once again that all of these shaders also look really good during nighttime, here you go. Come on, this just looks good, right? This just looks really good. So let me know down below in the comments how many FPS you managed to get with one or two or all three of these shader packs, which one worked best for you. And if you have any questions about shaders or anything, just hit me up in the comments or just join my Discord, which will mean that other people will be there to help you out. And yeah, that will just be really quick, I promise you. So like I said, there is a comment section, and feel free to suggest anything related to the channel in the comment section, because I read all of the comments. And well, you can even suggest other shader packs to me that you think work really well on a low-end PC and that I may have never even shown to you guys. So feel free to leave a comment below, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button if you've enjoyed this video, and I will of course catch you in the next one. See ya!